Faith, you're going to be coming to the family and friend get-together soon, right? And when you come, you are going to help me out a lot, right?
Good evening, Shari. Of course I'll be coming to the gathering to help out. But recently my belly has grown a lot in size, so perhaps this time I won't be able to help you out as much as I had been the last time I was over. But I'll do whatever I can to help you and all the family out while they're over. So please, go about things as normal.
Huh? What are you going on about?
What? What do you mean? What am I going on about?
Are you trying to use your pregnancy as a way of getting out of the doing your job as my son's wife?
Excuse me?
Do you think that just because you are pregnant, you don't have to do anything now? You'd better get that kind of spoiled thinking out of your head right now, you idiot.
I never said that I wasn't wanting to do any work because of my pregnancy, though.
But you made sure it seemed like that's what you wanted to say, right? Your belly is too big now, so you can't help me out at this gathering. Since when did you think I wanted to listen to you talk back to me like that? If you keep that kind of back-talking behavior up, I'm going to have my son divorce you.
Shari, I think you're taking what I've said a little too far. It's not even a joke anymore when you say that you'd make your son divorce me like that.
And that's because I wasn't joking about it, Faith.
I'm telling you I'll be fine by the time the gathering starts. I will be there to help you as much as I physically can. It will be a bit harder for me to do all of the things I'd done before, but I'll make sure to get what needs to get done, done. All the cleaning and cooking that I'm normally doing already.
Is that so? Well then, you should have been saying it like that from the start. If by this weekend you're still trying to slack off from doing your work, I am not going to go easy on you, and it will not be forgiven.
I never meant any of that as a way of telling you I'd want to slack off, and I still have no plans to, all right? Anyway, I look forward to seeing you and the rest of the family and friends this weekend. Everyone that's been invited is going to be there, right?
Of course they all will be. This is a part of the memorial, after all. You really thought that some of them wouldn't be showing up for one of the most important events? You absolute dunce. Are you brain dead or something even?
I'm sorry. Well, I'm looking forward to seeing everyone this weekend then.
Faith, I'm planning on coming to the memorial this weekend, okay? It has been so long since I was last able to see you in person. How have you been doing? I'm going to be bringing some cucumbers that I've grown in my garden, so I hope you'll eat some of them.
Ebony, it's been too long. I plan on eating up as many of those cucumbers as I can. I actually really love them a lot.
That's great to hear then. I'll make sure to bring a bunch of them to the event then. You happen to be pregnant right now, right, Faith? How far along are you now?
I've just started taking maternity leave from work now, and I'm going to be close to my 9th month of carrying the baby.
That must mean that your stomach is huge now after having that baby in you for so long. Remember that in your final month before the expected date, you should take things very easy and get yourself lots and lots of rest.
Thank you so much for thinking about me. Have you been doing all right yourself, Ebony? Aaron has said he's really looking forward to seeing you this weekend again after such a long time away. He said that he hasn't had much time to come out and see you, so this will be huge for him.
Well, I'm sure he's really missed me a lot. Aaron was always attached to his grandma the most, and I'm sure he still is. After he was kicked out of his mom's place even, he would come over to my house a lot.
But Shari happened to take great care of Aaron as well when he was younger, right?
Well, your mother-in-law happens to be a very moody person, so I'm not sure how often she was really caring for Aaron. Some might say she spoiled him, but others would say she never really bothered with him, and that's probably why she ended up kicking him out.
Well, I can see that being the case. I'll make sure to remember that you think of her as a moody person as well.
I'm so happy that my grandson was able to have someone as nice and stable as you to come to his side and become his lovely wife. Please make sure to keep loving one another a whole bunch.
Hearing something like that from you makes me really warm and happy. Once I've had the baby and things have calmed down a bit, I promise to bring the baby over to see you and play.
I never thought that I'd ever have the chance of having a great grandbaby, but here we are. Oh, it makes me so cheerful. You are such an angel, Faith. I hope you really know that, all right? All you have to do is last another month or so with the baby, and you can finally go back to having a smaller waist again. Just make sure you don't overdo anything for a little bit, as there is no reason to. Just being pregnant in the first place is a very difficult job. You don't need to be doing anything else.
I'm glad you see it that way. I'll make sure to take it easy.
I'm sure come this weekend. My daughter is going to try and get you to help out during the event, but I'm telling you right now, it's 100% okay to tell her no. Back when she was pregnant, she didn't do a dang thing for anyone. So I think it's only fair you catch a break.
Wait, she really didn't do anything? That's a lot different from what she was telling me before.
What do you think you are doing right now? You come to me right now. You told me that you'd be coming here to help, so let's get going and get to work.
What? Aaron and I said to you before that we'd be arriving at 11 a.m. together.
Huh? Why do you think you get to slack off when you're my son's wife? Your job as his wife is to be here even before he arrives and start getting things prepared for everyone.
I'm sorry, but that wasn't the plan we had made before.
I don't give a crap whether you made plans to be here at 11 a.m. with him or not. To me, you are already 2 hours late now, and I will not forgive you if you come any later.
Wait, I never planned on being there later than was expected of me.
I'm not going to sit here and listen to all these excuses anymore. I've had enough of you trying to blame everything on you being pregnant. You stop it with all this crap about wanting to slack off and get your butt here now.
All right, I'll be there soon. I'm sorry for causing you all this trouble.
Hey, you! Where did you run off to?
I'm in the hospital now to make sure there was no serious damage done to the baby. I'm having a CT scan done. I'm in a lot of pain and am very worried about what might have been done.
Huh? The hospital? Why would you go all the way to the hospital for something like that? I'm really not messing around anymore, so hurry it up and get back here. There is no time to dilly-dally when the family needs you here to help care for everyone.
What are you talking about, Shari? Do you have any idea what you've done to me a little bit ago? I could sue you for assaulting me like that. I cannot believe that my own mother-in-law would resort to violence over nothing.
You sitting down in that chair while at a very important family event is far more crazy than what I had to do to you. I am very busy right now, and it's your job to help me at all times ensure the family is taken care of. Yet you went ahead and tried to slack off, so I had to teach you a very swift and heavy lesson.
You say that I sat down in that chair, but it was only for a mere second before you hit me. And that's not even my concern right now. I have the right to sit down when I need to, yet as I had just sat down, you turned around and hit me right in the stomach while I am 8 months pregnant with my child. That's what's crazy about all of this.
The only one crazy is you, Faith. You have no frickin' common sense, do you? The most useless wife I've ever seen in my life.
Common sense? I'm the one that lacks common sense here? So you think it's common sense to hit a woman in the stomach when she's pregnant because she didn't stay standing up?
You are my son's wife, and you remain standing all day? That is common sense.
I know you're a little bit ticked off right now, but you're saying that a wife must always be standing? What kind of crap is that? I have never heard about some kind of rule like that in my life. What I've heard a lot more about is that you should never resort to violence. That's the only rule, or I guess common sense, I'm aware of in this world. So tell me, who happens to have the more crazy idea here?
Do you think you're in the right position to be talking back to your mother-in-law like that?
If you continue to try and act as though I have no rights when around you, then you're going to really start pissing me off.
What's even worse is you didn't even try sitting on the floor. You sat in a chair. That right there is pretty much like you committing a crime. That's how messed up that was.
I really have no clue what is going on in your head right now, Shari. But I recommend you stop talking to me like that right now. I'd like to know why you haven't started thinking about how screwed up what you did to me was. You should be saying sorry to me. So please apologize for what happened and I might just forgive you.
The only one needing to apologize right now is you. Seriously. You are going to start embarrassing your husband if you keep all this up. He might start thinking about twice about you then. So you better not ever act out of line like that again by sitting down while on the job. That punch was me reminding you what you are supposed to do and does not require you to go to any hospital.
Reminding me? You're telling me that punching me in the stomach was to remind me not to sit down? I can see there's no point in talking to you about this anymore if you're going to think of what you did to me like that. I no longer feel as though I need to waste my time trying to understand your completely screwed up mentality.
Maybe you just need to put a little bit of thought into your head and you'd be able to understand me. You thought sitting in that chair as the wife of my son during one of the most important days in his family was the right decision? I hit you in the belly in order to teach you a lesson. And you going to the hospital for it is not allowed.
Well then, I guess it's my turn, right?
Huh?
Shari, you seem to think you're the queen of this event, huh? Acting like that? Well, you never act that way in front of me.
What? Who is this?
This would be your mother-in-law.
What? Ebony? There's no way this could be you right now. Stop fooling around with me right now, Faith.
I came to the hospital to bring Aaron with me so we could see how Faith is doing. I was fed up with being over at your house after what I had to witness take place.
What? Ebony, you were able to come to the memorial today then?
And right as I opened the front door to come in, I saw you punching Faith in the stomach as she took a seat. You understand what you did to her today was completely unacceptable, right?
What? Is this really you then, Ebony? What? Why are you using Faith's phone to text me right now?
Well, I was watching you in her text, but I had really had enough of watching you act like a total witch to her. You have really done it this time, Shari. What kind of hate do you have towards Faith that would make you act in such a monstrous way? Do you not care about your important little grandchild? That baby happens to be my great-grandbaby and someone I never thought I'd be around to see. If something happens to the baby because of you, what are you going to think then?
I'm sorry, but you really don't have to be that upset with me. This is all a misunderstanding on your part, I think.
Not my part. Then tell me then, what was it that I misunderstood? Explain it to me right now so I can comprehend why it was okay for you to hit Faith. Because as far as I'm aware, you only hit her because she needed to sit down and relax a little. If that's a misunderstanding on my part, then I must need to get my eyes checked.
At the time, I didn't think you'd be there to see what was going on to do to her. But what I had done was a way of teaching her what to do as my Aaron's wife.
So that was a lesson, huh? I'm amazed. You think violence is the right way to teach someone? I suppose that's why your son never really liked being around you then. You must have used violence as a way of getting him to do as you asked. My poor grandbaby.
I would never do that to Aaron. You know better than I do that he was my favorite little baby. I would never ever lay a hand on him, not even for teaching purposes. I'm telling you, I have never.
Is that so? Then that must mean this wasn't about teaching Faith a lesson or reminding her of anything.
Huh?
Right now, Faith is your son's wife, and she is carrying their first child. Yet you are telling me you punched her, assaulted her, in order to teach her a lesson about how to be his wife? You are a terrible human being, Shari.
Ebony, you have it all wrong here. I'm telling you the truth. Can you please believe me?
Just thinking that I had not seen what you did to her today, your acts of violence would only get worse and would probably cause even more serious damage to her. That scares me. Know that I'm not going to forgive you for what you've done today. You'd better be prepared for what awaits you tomorrow, okay?
Ebony, please. Don't say anything scary like that right now. I will make sure to come and see you so that I can get down on all fours and apologize to you.
There is no reason for you to be coming to me and apologizing on all fours. I think you know who you have to apologize to right now, correct?
Faith, why have you done that?
I'm still wondering the same thing about what you did yesterday, since you didn't do a good enough job explaining yourself.
You went and tattled on your own mother-in-law like that? What is wrong with you? Now because of you, my mother-in-law's upset with me and I'm embarrassed. You think you can turn Ebony against me like that? Also that you can slack off as a wife?
I happen to know that you are very afraid of your mother-in-law, and that's why I got her to help me deal with you. So I made sure she was there before I sat down. On purpose.
Huh? What did you just say to me?
It's amazing how well the timing worked out for me. We'd already been talking about how you'd probably try to overwork me today, and so Ebony was ready to see what kind of crap you'd pull. But to think you'd punch me right in the gut for it? I'm glad she was able to witness that the moment she opened the door.
Are you really Faith? I never thought someone like you would ever do something so sly as have me punch you on purpose.
Well, I had a change of heart after I saw that you were never going to change. And everything you've said and done to me up to that point really pissed me off. This was all coming for you because this was all your fault. So please, just give up now and take the L. Now, did you come back to talk to me so that you could try to blame me even more for your lack of common sense? What happened to you coming to me to apologize?
Excuse me?
I thought when you were crying to Ebony, you made it seem like you'd be coming to me to apologize on your hands and knees, right? I mean, that's what Ebony had asked you to go and do. I understand that I wasn't around to witness her saying that in person, but I have looked at the texts you sent her while she was using my phone, and she said you needed to come and apologize to me. If you're not planning to apologize to me right now, then I'll go get your mother-in-law again and let her know that you're too far gone. Would you like me to do that again? I can tell her right now that you have not done anything to apologize to me.
You wait a second. Why do you know all about that?
I just told you.
But today, I've already been embarrassed enough. She came back to the house after seeing you in the hospital and hit me in the gut asking me how it felt. And everyone else sat there and watched as I fell to the ground coughing. None of them are even taking my side now. She's even got my own son going against me now.
You're surprised by all of that? Their reactions are all totally right, you know.
Huh? Why do you say that?
What you did to me in front of the rest of the family and friends has really made them upset. There are others that didn't see what you did to me, but they've heard about it by now, I'm sure. I'm sure Ebony has told them about it, and everyone knows that Ebony is not the type of person to ever lie. So this is it for you, Shari. It's over.
What do you mean it's over? What are you trying to say to me?
I'm trying to tell you that now is your last chance to think about all the wrongs you've done to me and apologize for them. I'm not going to forgive you for any of what you've done, but at least this way you're showing everyone you at least have a small amount of common sense. I don't even want to look at your face anymore, and I think I'm going to cut ties with you after today.
Huh? What do you mean you're going to cut ties to me? Do you plan on never coming back to my house again to help me out?
I would have to see your face again, so I'm afraid not. If you were to leave the place while I go over, then sure, I'll help out there.
I have no reason to be leaving my own house. It's where I live.
Well, then I'm not going back to that house ever again. That's it. I've told that to Aaron as well, and he's agreed with me on this one.
You're telling me Aaron agrees with you? So then Aaron is on your side as well?
You seem to still not get what's happened here, Shari. You decided to hate me for no good reason and started to harass me because of your hate. So the reason for everyone hating you now is because you never quit acting like a 5-year-old. And guess what? You can continue to act like that all you want, but not a single person in this family is going to be on your side anymore. To be honest, I was just going to let you keep treating me like crap. But then you made things a whole lot worse by threatening the life of my baby. That baby is Aaron's baby as well. Don't you think it's fair that he hates you for what you've done, just like everyone else in the family?
But, hold on a second. Cutting ties to his own mother?
I don't think he wants a parent around that thinks it's okay to threaten the life of his not even born baby. And even if it wasn't our baby's life that was endangered, you still assaulted me.
I never endangered anyone.
Who the heck do you think is going to believe that now? In reality, you wanted me to be hurt after something like that.
Hurt? I would never want you to hurt you or the baby. You're being overdramatic about all this.
You sent me to the hospital after what you did. Do you think I went there for fun or something? Because if that's what you think, then perhaps it's time I called the police and let them hear about this.
All right. I messed up a lot this time. But there's no way you guys could cut ties to me after something like this. I am Aaron's mother and your mother-in-law. I was just upset that you thought you could use your pregnancy as an excuse to sit around all day doing nothing.
Jesus, I'm going to tell it to you straight. You are absolutely screwed in the head.
Excuse me?
No, excuse me, witch. I heard all about you from your mother-in-law. Back when you were pregnant with Aaron, you never did a single thing for anyone in the house besides yourself. And that goes for doing anything at all for the family. All you did was sit on the couch or in bed asking everyone to help you. And you forced Ebony to have to come over and help out with chores and the cooking because you wouldn't move.
Well, that's because I didn't feel very good.
And there are people that end up not feeling very good, so I understand. But tell me, why do you think I don't get a chance to slack off and sit around now that I'm pregnant? If you could never grow the pair needed to do any of the chores or cooking while you were pregnant, don't force another woman to do it when she's pregnant. The way you've gone and rotted away all these years has really pissed me off and caused your whole family to hate you.
Aren't you going a little overboard now? Back in my day, things were a bit different.
I don't give a crap about how things were back then. I know for a dang fact that things were a lot harder for Ebony back when she was a pregnant woman, so you just shut it. But look at this. Ebony understands my pregnancy more than you, even though she had it far worse. Ebony's really been treating me so well, even though she never had it easy herself. Like any grandma would do for their grandkid.
Well, she was strict to me back in the day. You have no idea how bad I had it back then.
And I don't need to understand how hard things were for you then, because I know they do not compare to how terrible you've been treating me. And from what Ebony told me, the reason for her being so strict with you is because you were actually a bad wife. I'm not sure what all you did that made her think of you as a bad wife, but I might be able to make some good guesses. But it doesn't matter to me anyway, because you and I are done. I am tired of dealing with someone who cries as much as you do about absolutely nothing. And look, you won't have to cry anymore because I'll be gone. So this is finished.
Are you still going on about cutting ties to me? Saying something like that to me doesn't make me feel good at all. I was planning on helping you raise my grandbaby soon even.
If I left my baby with you, all you'd do is hit them. You are never, ever coming around my baby.
Why would I ever do something like that to them? You can trust that I won't. Even my own husband is starting to get upset with me now over this. Faith, please, he's saying that if you and I can't make up, he's going to make my life hell.
I don't care, and I think you deserve it after today. Now I've had enough. I am not wasting any more of my time talking to someone I hate. There's nothing more for me to gain here, so goodbye.
I will apologize to you, okay? You and I can make peace now, all right? I don't want my friends and family hating me forever, Faith.
Nope. I think it's totally deserved that everyone hates you now, especially since you asked for all of it. If you really want to apologize for all of this, then send me a video of you on your hands and knees saying sorry to me 300 times. But remember, even then, I'm not going to forgive you for what you've done. In the end, everyone in the family stuck to supporting Faith and not batting an eye towards Shari. And not too long after that memorial, they all began to cut ties to her and leave her for dead. This was then followed by Ebony, her mother-in-law, giving her a good talking to as her last words for her. And then her husband said if she doesn't change her behavior soon, he'll divorce her. Shari started to get really worked up over this and looked for ways to apologize to Faith for everything, but that obviously wasn't going to work. And even after having her baby, Faith has never let Shari see it, not even a picture. Faith did, however, let Ebony come and see her baby after she gave birth to it, and this made Ebony so happy that she had tears rolling down her face. Faith is living so much better now with everyone, since Shari is no longer able to reach them. And to be fair, it's best that Shari just vanished for good. Thank you for watching and listening. We hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Also, feel free to leave a comment about what you thought of the story. We look forward to seeing you at the next story.
Elena, I am really looking forward to your guys' wedding coming up here soon. The idea that my older brother will be getting married has still not fully settled into my brain yet, though. What? Why are you coming to the wedding? There won't be any seats there reserved for you. What? I just said to you that there will be no seating at this wedding for people like you. No family seating whatsoever. There is not a lot of room at this wedding for people. And that's why, even if you try coming, there will be nowhere for you to sit. What?
What do you mean there isn't enough room there for family like me?
All right, I might have been lying to you a bit there about there not being enough room physically. But there is not enough mental space for you here. You don't have a father or anything anymore, right? Well, I'm not going to have your lowlife of a mom coming to this wedding after she was thrown away by her husband. And I sure as hell won't have a little sister like you here after you've been leeching off your doctor brother. So that's why I've said there is not enough room here for everyone to come. Like the both of you. You actually think I can mentally handle two of your types coming in and ruining things for me?
Did you just call my mom a lowlife?
I sure did. When you think about it, single parents have always been the worst and end up having some of the most useless children. You are all just like poor people.
But what if my family has been living a pretty luxurious life this whole time?
I'm sorry to say, but listening to you lie to me right now isn't going to help your case. How about you take some lessons in telling lies before you start trying to get me to believe such a huge lie like that? Is that really how far you'll go to get seats at my wedding? By lying to me about how you and your mom have been living? If you both really want to be at my wedding, then make sure to bring me a decent gift.
Huh?
You do understand that I'm the daughter of a CEO, right? That means I've never had to worry about things like money in my whole entire life. So if you want to be allowed into this wedding, then you're going to have to bring me a gift that even I would be excited about.
Unbelievable. So you really didn't write us down on the guest list or anything for your wedding? Are you freaking nuts or something?
Oh man, now you're scaring me.
Why would you actually do something like this?
I told you the reason for this already, didn't I? I don't have the mental space for two lowlifes to be at my wedding. There's no need for you to be here anyway. I'm sure you both smell like poop since you're both so poor, and you'll start to cause issues for the rest of my guests here. I told you there would be no seats here for you, yet both my husband's little bratty sister and his depressing mother came anyway. There is no place for you guys to sit down. But I'll be kind and let you both in to stand in the far back corners of the room and watch. How does that sound?
We're going home.
Thank God.
Cal, I'm sorry. It doesn't seem that either Mom or I will be able to get into your wedding today.
What? What's going on right now? The wedding is about to start here any minute now. Did something happen at the reception that I need to come and handle?
Well, about what happened. Your fiancée Elena told my mom and I that we were both lowlives because Mom is a single mother now, and said that we'd have to stand in the far back corners and watch the wedding because she didn't prepare any seating for us.
Huh? What the hell is wrong with her?
I'm sorry to have to tell you about what happened, but there's more to this. Let me explain.
Are you kidding me? She actually went ahead and said all those horrible things to you?
She did. I was just as shocked as you are now when it all happened. I knew she was always a pretty outgoing person and spoke her mind quite a lot, but I guess she was hiding those feelings she had for us until today. I suppose she thought that since today is the day she will marry you, she could go all out and let Mom and I have it. But that sudden change in her personality, neither Mom nor I can even believe what happened still.
There's no way she would say something like that to both of you. I can't freaking believe this. Are you still near the wedding, Leia?
Right now, Mom and I are waiting out front for a taxi to come by and pick us up.
Okay. Well, listen. Do you think there's any way you and Mom could be able to watch the wedding?
What?
Please don't be too upset. I'm not trying to toy with you both or anything like that. It's just, I feel really bad about what happened. And I don't want you both to leave just yet, until you've gotten to see me at least. And the other thing is, I will not let Elena get away with those horrible comments she made about you both. You're my family after all. And to me, my family comes before anyone else.
What? What? What are you planning to do then? You can't just marry her anymore, right?
I'm not gonna do anything too crazy. It's just that I'm a little on edge now after hearing about what Elena was saying about you and Mom. So I want her to be aware of that. I'm sure if Dad was around, this kind of thing would have never happened, right? So I want to make it clear to her that just because Dad isn't around anymore, that doesn't mean she can pick on you both.
How?
Anyway, you guys can look through one of the doors or something. Just crack one of the doors open a bit. Watch this wedding unfold, please. You can trust that I'll handle what's happened between you and Elena today, right?
I do. But just don't force yourself to do anything stupid over this. Elena, thank you so much for letting my mom and I watch your wedding from outside one of the doors. I never thought you had such a fun wedding in store for everyone like the one you threw today. I'm shocked by that kind of entertaining planning you put into that. I'm so happy my mom and I could stay and watch that all unfold. Because of that, we're both feeling very refreshed now. Would you just shut the hell up? How was any of that a part of my planning? Your ridiculous brother went and threw the wedding cake right in my face. My face is covered in layers of sticky sugar, and my wedding dress is completely ruined now. Why the hell did this have to happen to me? Today was one of the most important days of my life. Well, don't start saying things like I was involved in any of it. My mom and I were just standing outside the room watching you guys from a little crack we opened up in the door. Don't play dumb with me. Cal would never do something like that to me out of his own desires. You went and told him something or threatened him into doing it, right? You come over here right now and pay me $10,000 for both my wedding and for causing this to happen to me. Huh? You have to pay me back for this. Both you and that lowlife mother of yours caused something that led to this. You've really done it now, you two filthy leeches. I will make you both sorry for what you did to me, so I hope you're both ready for that. Huh? Are you mentally retarded or something? Why should I have to pay you for what's happened? Excuse me? I just had my whole wedding ruined today by your family. It took me a whole year to plan this wedding out and wait for today, so now I'll have to start all over again. I won't let you get away with what you've done, even if you do get your hands and knees begging for my forgiveness. I'm over this. Your brain must have gotten knocked out of your head when that cake slammed into your face earlier. Do you really think you're going to have another chance at marrying my brother now? Huh? What the hell does that mean? I meant exactly what I said. You're not going to get married anymore. From here on out, you'll be rotting in hell like the rest of your kind. What the actual hell? I have no idea what you're going on about. How about you come over here and start giving me the money I'm owed for this ruined dress? Cal, when are you going to be coming back over here? You never came home last night, and I need to know where you've gone and when you'll be back. You were supposed to be here taking care of me after what happened yesterday. Are you trying to get me to start suspecting you of something?
You're so annoying. It's 8 in the morning, and you're already whining like a little dog. I'm not sure if you're aware yet, but I'm trying to get some distance from you. That's why I'm staying at a hotel right now.
Why are you trying to get away from me? Do you not feel any sympathy for me after what you did yesterday? You need to come home and say sorry for all of that. Now, come on. Do you not have any common sense?
You're the one that seems to be lacking in that department. Don't start thinking that you're totally innocent in all this.
What? What are you going on about?
Stop it with the games. You went and said some very terrible things to my mom and her sister, right? I heard all about that. Calling them both lowlives and saying they've been leeching off of me. There were other things you called them as well, but I'm not gonna get into detail right now. And what's the whole deal with you not reserving them any seats at the wedding and telling them to go stand in the corner and watch? I was a real idiot for leaving you in charge of all my guests at the wedding. After doing all that crap and still not apologizing to me for it, who the hell do you think you are?
What? How about you calm down a little bit?
You really think I can calm down right now after what I heard and witnessed?
Wait, but isn't this all really strange to you? Why am I being painted as the bad guy here? I never even did anything wrong, and you're all coming at me like I've been a problem.
Are you serious?
I was never verbally harassing either of those two. All I was saying was the truth about them, and that was it. They have both become parasites and latched onto you the moment you became a wealthy doctor, right? So I'm just calling a couple of nasty parasites some leeches because that's what they are. So what's wrong with that? Getting upset with me over speaking the truth is a little bit childish of you, to be honest.
Alina.
Listen, Cal. There is no need for two smelly lowlives to be coming into something as formal as a wedding. This is supposed to be one of the most amazing times of my life, and I don't want it being trashed by them. They would start to cause problems for my guests as well. So I made the right choice by not preparing any seats for them. I know that in your case, Cal, having to live a life of poor person before becoming a doctor was tough, right? You must have hated to live with those two idiots. I'm not trying to speak for you or anything, but I can just tell that having to call two lowlives like them family must have really damaged your pride.
Shut the hell up, you bitch.
What?
The fact that you just started to ramble on and on like that about me and my family? You want to know why the hell I'm a doctor right now? Do you want to know how I got into medical school and everything? I got in because of what those two did for me. I can't even begin to describe the kind of anger I'm feeling right now after the things you said about the two people that got me where I am today. You really lost your humanity at some point before this wedding. I will never, ever forgive you for saying such horrendous things about my family. That's it. We're through. It's freaking over, you asshole.
What? What? Are you leaving me now? How could you say you're going to leave me now after something as small as what happened yesterday? What's gotten into you, Cal? Ever since yesterday, you've really changed. So do we need to take you in and have your head looked at or something?
Excuse me?
Everything you just said to me, it was out of line. It's like you've been brainwashed or something. You would never say things like that to me. I'll make sure we get to the bottom of what's happened to you because none of that is really what you want.
Hold it right there. Listen to me, for God's sake.
Tell me what hotel you're staying at right now. I'll come and get you. Cal still hasn't come home to me. And he started to say that he wants to leave me now, which is way too uncalled for from him. Do you know anything about this? I keep trying to ask him where he's at right now, but he won't even respond to me. Funny how you're coming back to talk with me again, after all the things you said to me before. I really can't be asked with you. Come on. Both you and Cal are insane. I was just telling you and your mom the truth, and you both are acting like I've gone and verbally harassed you or something. Both of you need to stop acting like victims of a crime and get over it. Now listen, I do not have the time to care about how you feel. I'm worried about where Cal's at. I need to have him taken to a hospital right away so they can look at him. They should be able to help heal whatever kind of mental illness he has now, right? Because there's no way he was being serious when he brought up a divorce. Cal is never going back to you. And this has nothing to do with him being mentally unwell. Now, would you stop trying to make your warped imagination a reality? What he said to you is how he really feels now. Because he just had to witness the woman he loved and trusted turn her back on his family and make fun of them. What?
Right now, Cal is working on getting the divorce all figured out with his lawyer, and they will later be talking about a settlement. It would really help everyone here if you would just get to grips with yourself and start taking responsibility for your actions. You are far too old now to be acting like a 5-year-old.
A settlement?
That's right. It's because of you acting like a total nut job on the day of your wedding that the whole thing went downhill for everyone, and this divorce had to be brought up. So he's going to make sure you pay for the time he's wasted on you.
I have no idea what you mean. I didn't do anything wrong. What the actual freaking hell has been going on here? I could have you all sued for defamation.
I like that your little brain is all right with you saying that about us, after you'd already gone and slandered both my mom and myself.
I was just telling the truth to you that whole time. How the hell is me telling the truth about you both slander?
You were calling us parasites, lowlives, smelly, and disgusting. Did you forget about all of that?
Well, it's true. Your mom had her husband run away from her, and your father left you behind as well, forcing you all to grow up in poverty. I shouldn't have to worry about people like you. And considering the fact that you both, your mom and you, have not become anything to the society, I need to make sure that my Cal doesn't get corrupted by you both any longer. You both just want him for his money, and I will not allow that. I know all too well without someone like him, you both won't be able to survive.
Listen, Elena, do you really think that my father just got up one day and left us?
Huh?
You want to know why our dad isn't around anymore? That's because he's 6 feet under. He died in a car crash a long time ago, and so this family was left in the hands of my mom from then on. And when you were calling my mom poor all that time, did you say that knowing she's the CEO of her own company? And that I'm the vice president there?
What? What?
And I'm going to guess that my brother already told you about my father's death, right? He got into a really bad accident and sustained some terrible injuries that he wouldn't be able to heal from. He had always been one of the nicest people I'd known, and the best father. Had my father had someone to help him right away at the accident, he would probably still be here with us. But this was out in the middle of nowhere, and it took almost an hour for any emergency services to arrive to get him. By that point, it was already too late, and there was nothing that could be done to revive him. My father may be gone now, but it was because of him that my brother and I became the people we are today.
So, this means he didn't throw you all away and ran off?
Not a single person ever said anything like that about my father. How the hell did you come up with such a stupid story as that?
But, there's no way that you guys are actually running a company now after that.
This company happens to be the company my father left behind. But after he passed away, there was no way my mom could take on the whole company alone. So she employed my help to come in and run things as well.
Huh? Then why didn't she give the company to Cal? Normally, the company would go to the oldest son next, right? Why did your mom and you end up with the company?
Cal chose the path of becoming a doctor, and nothing was going to take him off that path. He was thinking about taking over the company at first, but my brother remembered that my father was so excited about him becoming a doctor someday. So he chose to fight on with his already chosen goal in mind. That's why I took this company with my mom. Were you able to understand that? Because if so, then you should understand the predicament you're in now. You were just calling both my mom and I lowlives, making fun of us like we had nothing and were nothing to this world. But that's just not the case at all. The only person out of everyone involved here that is actually mentally unwell is you, Elena. For thinking that just because my mom is a single mother now, and I was raised by her, the both of us were lowlives. And I'm going to tell you right now, that kind of mental illness you have right there cannot be fixed by any doctor, no matter who you try going to.
Shut up! I've actually got money myself, so stop thinking you're the only one who has anything. I already know what you're saying is all a lie. And even if you did get a company from your dad, it's probably in ruins now because your mom and you don't know the first thing about running a company. A company that had to be run by a single mother and her little bratty daughter had no chance of succeeding. You guys were probably making around $5 a day with that company before it crashed. Well, I'll have you know that unlike your little crappy and sinking company, I am the daughter of a man who runs a massively successful company. I am leagues above the both of you in terms of both power and influence, so stop trying to act all high and righteous. Lowlifes like you don't get to say anything to me. Now, I'm going to find my husband and make sure we both say goodbye to your dumbasses forever. Even after all that time I put into explaining our family, you still don't seem to get it. I feel sorry for those who had to raise you. I feel sorry for Cal for having to be raised with you. I have enough money to actually be able to pay off whatever settlement will be coming my way, so I'm not even worried. But you lowlifes won't even have a penny to hand over when I come after you for trying to defame me. And get this, the divorce is not going to be happening anyway, so I don't have to care about paying Cal anything.
This is getting so tiring. You don't seem to have a very good comprehension skills when it comes to things like listening and reading. So the only other thing I can try doing is showing you the reality of the situation.
Huh?
I mean, you're having a hard time reading what I'm sending you right now, right? So it's better that I just show you what's going on here. And what I'll be showing you will make you regret making fun of my mom and I for the rest of your life.
Leia? I must have had a few little misunderstandings along the way. I am so freaking sorry for everything I did and said. I promise to be a lot more careful from here on out, so please, let's get along with one another again.
What happened to you? What you're saying right now is making me feel all queasy. I'm sorry, but if you're trying to get on my good side now, it's already far too late for that, and you will be punished.
I'm not trying to get on your good side. I'm just...
Your father was dismissed from being the CEO of that company, and now it looks as though your family is falling into disarray. I can understand coming all this way looking for my forgiveness now. But after all those things you said and did to me, how come you're coming back to me now? Do you have no pride in your abilities as a former CEO's daughter? I totally forgot. You have a hard time comprehending both listening and reading, so I shouldn't waste my time talking too much here.
If you already know that we're in trouble, go and do something to help us.
I won't, though. I don't care about any of your family. And this is part of what you deserve for being such a toxic mess. This is also part of what happens when you pick a fight with the parent company of the company your father was the CEO of. We've been helping you guys this whole time by keeping that company afloat and everything. But you all showed no respect for our hard work, so this is what'll happen instead.
And
You do understand that in the past, had it not been for my mom stepping and buying shares in your dad's company, he would have lost it. Too bad you were calling your dad's savior a lowlife and a parasite. Luckily, just like myself, my mom is not too kind to those that do not appreciate what she's done for them.
We will. I'll just have my dad fire me. Then you can let my dad continue to be the CEO of that company, right? He isn't to blame for any of this.
The reason your father needs to be taken out of his role is because children take after their parents, right? And neither my mom or myself want someone running that company when they've ended up raising such a childish asshole as yourself. My mom went ahead and talked with the board members at your father's company, and they all agreed that a man like him should not be at the top anymore. It's not like you play a role in anything anyway, considering you're just a lousy paper pusher. So why get rid of you?
Please help us out here. If you don't, then my family will all have to rely on me, and I'll most likely have to leave this company as well. I don't want to have to live a life of poverty with my family.
I am not playing your games anymore, you idiot. You were just making fun of my mom and I days ago because you, for some goddamn reason, thought we were both poor. So you know what you get for making such a stupid mistake? You get to live out the reality you wanted for us, yourself. All right. You are a very biased freak who isn't even worth trying to talk with because your ideas about one another's will never change. I tried my fair share already with you, yet you never changed. So this is the next step. You have to be broken down physically and mentally by watching as the parents you always bragged about crumble. You are all going to be punished for your actions, and hopefully someday it turns all of you into some decent freaking people.
I'm your sister. sister-in-law, aren't I? Help me! Please! I promise to play nice from now on and never make fun of any single mother families ever again. Huh? Did you just say I'm your sister-in-law? Oh, please. Once my brother is done divorcing you, all you'll be is a complete stranger to me. And the talks about divorce have already been going on for a bit now, right? So really, it's already feeling like I've never known you before. And thank God I won't have to hear from you ever again. Because after you lose your job and have to pay my brother a settlement, there'll be nothing decent left about you. I hope this will help writing all that rot out of you someday. If this happens to me, I won't be able to pay rent in this apartment anymore. And I won't be able to buy any more brand bags. I don't want to lose my home and have to live on the streets as a low-life hobo. Please, Leia. I'll do anything you want. Please, just let my dad stay CEO of that company at the very least. I'm sorry, but there is no spot on the top of that company for your father to sit in anymore. Especially now that we're all aware of the low-life wretch he has for her daughter.
Leia? I know a lot has been going on with me recently, but I am able to finally say that I was able to get the divorce from Alina.
Really? That's wonderful news. I was worried about if you'd really be able to pull it off after only just getting married.
Well, she was the daughter of a CEO, so it took some fighting between our lawyers before something could be settled upon. I'm just lucky that the lawyer I have does really well in these sort of divorce cases and was able to pull it off. I was also worried a bit about her trying to take half of my things in divorce, so my lawyer worked hard to make sure she'd have to pay a settlement out for defaming my family.
I see. I'm not sure if it's really right for me to say something like this, but congratulations.
Ha ha ha, thank you. But that is a little strange to hear after a divorce such as this. To think that Alina was really that type of a person. I was blinded by the love I had for her for such a long time. But when I finally started to see again, there was really nothing good about her. I'm sorry I didn't notice the truth about her sooner, Alina.
How?
I wasn't looking at the whole picture up until something major happened, and that's my fault. I wasn't able to protect my sister and my mother from a bully like her. I really need to get better at being the man of the family.
It wasn't your fault, though. I didn't really notice anything wrong with her at first either. We were both fooled by her.
I really want to hurry up and become as amazing of a man that my dad was. After he passed away, I finally realized just how good of a man he was and how great of a father he was.
But you're already very awesome, Cal. You are already running your very own family clinic. And you get so many people praising you online about how well you take care of them. You need to have a little more confidence in yourself because of all that.
Ha ha ha, thank you. Because of you, I'm back to being a lot more free again and not tied down by Alina. But look, shouldn't you become a little bit more free yourself here, Leia?
What do you mean?
You had always wanted to work a job in design, right? Dad's company doesn't have anything to do with things like design, so shouldn't you go out and start doing what you love? Mom has even told me before that she wants you to leave the company and go live your own life now.
Mom said that?
Thank you for taking care of Mom in my place ever since I went to school. But Mom is not the kind of person that needs you to be around her all the time. So it might be best that you spread your wings now. Also, wouldn't it be best that you go out and experience something new anyways? I'm sure life working for that company has gotten pretty stale, right?
Now that you mention it, that's a really good idea. And after seeing how someone like Elena turned out, I need to break free from being a part of the family's company. If I continue to stay here getting all this power being the vice president, who knows what kind of biases I'll start to develop. This is a good chance for me, I'm sure. At least, I hope it is.
Leia, you really are such an understanding person. And I'm sure that by having you deal with Elena like that for so long, You're emotionally tired, right? I'm so sorry for that.
Well, you don't have to feel sorry for that anymore. I'm able to handle my own emotions and know when to cut them out when dealing with certain people. But thank you for thinking about me. Because of that, I was able to help free all of us from her. And now I have a chance to break free myself. I'm going to find a new job. I'll go join some design company and gain experience in another part of life. And someday, when Mom is wanting to retire, I'll take that company from her and make sure to carry on her and Dad's legacy.
That's what I like to hear. I'm in full support of anything you choose to do next, Leia.
Elena, along with the rest of her family, lost all their jobs. She had to then pay Cal the settlement he had asked for after defaming my mom and I. And then she had to leave her apartment and begin her life of being homeless. With her behavior being the main cause for all her troubles, I don't see there ever being a chance of another large company hiring her. So who knows what she'll be doing next. When it comes to myself, I was able to get hired by a designer company. Not only will I be working in my dream field of designing things like brands, but I'll be learning a lot more about what it's like working as an office worker. And I hope that with all these new skills and experiences I gain, I become an even more successful woman in the future. Thank you for watching and listening. We hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Also, feel free to leave a comment about what you thought of the story. We look forward to seeing you at the next story.
Alexa, please answer your phone right now. Are you really messing around with me right now of all times? Where did you run off to after that? Stop screwing around, Alexa! Huh? What do you think I'm screwing around about right now? I'm really sleepy at the moment is all. I just took a wrong turn on my way home and ended up at my parents' place. And I just never expected that you guys would be here right now. That's not at all what's going on here. Just answer your phone right now, please, so we can talk this out instead of having to text. We're at the hospital right now and need to talk. So please answer the phone and let's talk before you have to come out here to see us. What? Why should I have to go all the way out to the hospital to see you right now? That's a real pain in my ass, honestly. I'm not the one who's hurt or sick at the moment. Honestly, Alexa, would you please cut it out with that childish behavior right now and get real with me? Do you have any idea what you just did at all? Before the police and the ambulance had to come out to the scene, you should have been coming over to at least see if things were okay and apologize, right? Huh? The police? In an ambulance? What did the police and that ambulance have to do with me? Why are you guys at the hospital right now? I can't believe this. So you're still drunk right now then? Well, if you were never able to realize this, you went and hit my son with your car. Does that help you recall any memories or anything? Do you think things will end well for you right after you've gone and done something like that in your inebriated state? At the very least, you should be coming out to the hospital right now and apologizing to both my son and I. Why are you getting so upset with me right now? You say that like I hit the kid on purpose, when in reality it was all just an accident, right? All I did was hit the fella a little bit too hard with my bumper. So would you please stop trying to blow everything out of proportion over there? Did you never realize that an ambulance had to literally come and take us to the hospital right after what you did? None of this is just a hoax by me, because he literally had to come to the ER unit here because of the condition you left him in. Did you not realize just how badly he was hurt before you ran off? And when you drove off, I could tell that you were drunk behind that wheel. I can't believe you'd hit a kid with your car, all because you're drunk driving. And he happens to be your nephew as well. There is no way something like this could have happened, and you're still not apologizing for any of it. How much more pissed off are you going to get with me? I'm really sleepy right now, and I think for right now, I am going to catch some sleep. And perhaps if I'm feeling up to it tomorrow, I'll come out to the hospital and say hi. But that's only if I'm feeling up to it. Huh? So you don't even feel sorry for what you've done to him? What the hell, Alexa? What kind of frickin' nerves do you have to be talking to me like this after what you've done? This is your little brother's son you hit, and yet you don't even feel bad about it? Right now, we're all in a panic after what happened and are seriously worried about how our son is going to recover from this. All right. I get it already. How about you take a second to calm down over there? Right now, I am very sleepy and need to get to sleep. See you later. No freaking way. I can't believe the nerve you have to be doing this right now. I am not going to forgive you for what you've done to your own family today.
I'm on my way out there right now, Chaya. It shouldn't be too much longer before I arrive. How is Cam doing? What happened to him wasn't life-threatening, was it?
Okay, he's not in any life-threatening situation anymore, but he has quite a few broken bones and will have to undergo a few surgeries for them. He was screaming his eyes out, and any time I had to look over at him while he was being taken into the ambulance by the EMTs, I couldn't bear it. I feel so bad for our little boy.
Why the hell did something like this happen to him? I know we just called and all, but I forgot to ask you about that. You were back at my parents' house, right?
I was there at the house, but Cam had fallen asleep, and so I thought it was time for us to start making our way back home. And when I put him out in the car, he woke up and wanted to get out for a little bit. And as he stepped out of the car to run off his energy, he was hit by a car.
And the car that went and hit him was my sister's car, right?
That's right. That left him in a terrible state. I freaked out at the sight of it, and before I even went over to see how he was doing, I called 911.
How about my sister then? Why was she rushing back to our parents' house like that out of nowhere? And what was she doing driving through the yard to park her car at the house? She's never driven that crazily before whenever I've been around her.
Jonas, your sister was drunk when she was behind the wheel of her car.
What? Are you sure that she was really drunk when she came and hit Cam like that?
I am not going to forgive her for what she's done this time. She never even bothered to come and see either one of us to apologize and instead raced into your parents' house after she got out of her car. She fell asleep soon after that, and I haven't been able to get anything else from her since. You really think we're going to be able to forgive her after she pulled something as reckless and deadly as that? I'm not even going to forgive her for being your family, Jonas.
I know that.
What?
You really think that either one of us are going to forgive her for hitting our kid while under the influence? Just because she's my older sister? Not happening. I'll be at the hospital really soon here, so once I'm there with you, let's talk about what to do next.
Understood. I'll be waiting for you in the waiting room. When you're here, give me a call to let me know.
Sure thing.
Yeah, I slept so well last night. By the way, what all happened there last night? I can see a ton of calls came from you on my phone, so what's all of that about? Did something really happen that required you to call me 27 times like that without leaving any voicemails? Jesus. Are you saying you don't even remember a thing about what all went down last night? There is no way that can be the case, even for you, Alexa. If you really don't remember anything about all the horrible things you did last night before running away from everyone, well then allow me to refresh your memory on all of it right now, please. What the hell? Are you really that upset about me slightly hitting that little brat last night? Huh? You shouldn't be getting that upset with me over hitting your little brat like that. If he's still breathing, then what's the big problem between you and I? And it's not like any of the injuries he had last night could have been anything major, right? Are you really Cam's aunt if you're saying things like that about him right now? There has to be a limit to how insane you must be, calling your own nephew a brat like that and saying that hitting him with your car was nothing. If you're really going to be calling me, of all people, insane, then that must mean you're even more crazy than I am. What the hell do you think you're saying to your older sister-in-law right now? You cut it out, thinking you have the right to talk to me like that. I am so done with this. So you really don't care at all about what you did last night? Had you actually wanted to apologize to us for what you'd done, I might spend a bit more time thinking on this. But there is nothing left for me to think about now, and I will not be forgiving you for what you've done. My son is going to have to stay in this hospital for 2 months now getting treated because of you. You have to agree that there is no way for me to forgive you now after that. Why do you keep on running your mouth about that? You're not going to forgive me, huh? How freaking hilarious can you be? Are you really saying that you can do something to me after that? Tell me, what can you actually do to me that might get me to shiver in my shoes? You were literally drunk driving, and you're going to say something as cocky as that? I'm past the point of being fed up with you now, seeing that you don't even feel bad for what you've done one bit. And if you're thinking of talking with the police about all of this, that's not going to work for you. Huh? After all you've done within the past 24 hours, you think that you can keep on running away from it? I can't believe you'd hit a kid with your car all because you were drunk driving. No matter what I've done, it's never going to end with me being criminally charged in any way. That's too bad for you guys now, isn't it? There's no way you're free from all punishment after what you've pulled. Do you really think that everything just revolves around you? Just because I hit your brat a little, don't have a whole temper tantrum. My husband's the sheriff, which means that he'll just cover all this up, and there will be no way for you to prove me guilty. And my father is the superintendent of the Metropolitan Police Department. What? Excuse me? What are you going on about? What do you mean that your father is the superintendent of the Metropolitan Police? You have to realize that you can't just call your father something as respectable as that. I'm not trying to throw a title like that around to scare you, but I am also not lying to you about who he is. I have no plans of letting you get away with what you've done to my son, and I made sure to tell my dad everything already. Huh? Are you being serious right now? Alexis, something tells me this wasn't your first time doing something like this, right? Are you sure you haven't been abusing your husband's power in order to make sure that any charges or cases against you were dropped? If that's really what you've been doing, then it won't only be you who gets in trouble if things are exposed. Your husband will be in the same place you are, right? Hold on. What are you actually going on about right now? There's no way anyone is going to find out about all of this. I don't even think anything you're talking about right now has happened before. I have no memory. I happen to be pretty forgetful when it comes to things of the past, after all. And as for your father actually being the superintendent, that was just a joke, right? You think I'm telling any jokes at a time as serious as this? Do you really think you can just get the sheriff to just drop whatever it was you've done? The fact that you even think something like that can always work for you is a major problem. I've already spoken with my dad about this, and he's already working on dealing with the both of you. Huh? You didn't actually tell him about everything, did you? So, does this really mean that your father is the superintendent of the Metro Police? Did you always have someone in your family that important? I never really talked about the kind of work my dad does. A lot of times my family likes to think it's a pain to have to talk with everyone about who my dad is and such, so we just keep our mouths shut about him. So it's nothing out of the normal for you to have not been aware of who he is either. But what I've told you about him is the truth, and now you're most definitely going to be placed under arrest. And the same thing's going to happen with your husband. Wait. Isn't this all a little bit strange? Calm down over there, Shea. What is all of this? What are you actually talking about right now? Did you really just say that my husband and I are going to be placed under arrest? What do you mean by that? Tell me when I ever did anything that requires me to be taken away by the police. What? You're asking me something like that right now? You just went and hit someone's kid last night while drunk driving, and then told me you were going to exploit your husband's rank in the police to get away with it. Saying something like that now about what you've done is so crazy that I have nothing to say about it, actually. Now, please take the time to really think about all you've done and reflect on it a bit. Wait a second. I get it now. You're really, really upset at me for what happened, but I'll apologize to you for it. That should be enough for you, right? Huh? I'm really sorry. I feel really bad now for what I've done. I never meant to cause any harm to the little fella. I was being very careless at the time. I forgot about how much I had to drink, and then I got in the car without having anyone come and stop me. I really caused a lot of trouble for your little guy. Is Cam going to be all right? But I still happen to be a part of his family. Can we just get past all of this as a family and not have to involve anyone else? Seriously? You're joking right now, correct? What do you mean by calling this a joke? I'm being completely serious right now about having felt really bad for you guys. I've learned my lesson even. Yesterday I was in such disbelief over what I'd done when I'd come home, and that kept me up all night long. I really didn't get any sleep last night thinking about him. But at the beginning of this conversation you said you slept really well, didn't you? I was just trying to act tough. In reality, I never slept at all because I was so worried. But I didn't want to have you seeing how worried I've been, so I tried to act tough. I'm really sorry, okay? You can understand that, right? Come on. Now you're trying way too hard. What the hell just happened to you there? Did you really think acting like that was going to fool me any? What? Don't tell me, Shea, that after your sister-in-law went through saying all of that to you, you're not going to forgive her still? That would be very narrow-minded of you, right? If you keep acting that narrow-minded after what happened, then you're going to start making Jonas hate you. You'll become hated by my parents as well, and then you might have to go through a really painful divorce, all right? Don't worry about that, because all of them are on my side right now. What? What do you mean they're all on your side? They're all my family, though, right? What you did, my husband ended up seeing with his own eyes. Have you still not realized just how upset he is with you now? What? Is that the reason why I have all these calls from him, too? Now things are really becoming a pain for me. I never knew that he was around when all that happened, too. But him being there has nothing to do with me. Him and my parents are all my family, which means that they have to be on my side in all of this, until the very end. So if you don't want to be hated by all my family, you need to start being a bit more forgiving, and we can start by forgiving one another right now, okay? There is nothing I need your forgiveness for right now, though. Also, even if none of your family was on my side in all of this, I still have my dad, who is furious with you and your husband right now. And neither of us will ever be letting you get off the hook. You and your husband are finished. We're going to make you both pay for all the things you've done up until this moment. Wait a second, Shea. This can't be happening, right? I just apologized to you from the bottom of my heart, right? At least let me settle out of court with you, please. If you don't give us a little slack, both my husband and I will be in trouble. By the way, your father is the superintendent, right? Then perhaps you can talk with him and have all of this swept under the rug for us? Huh? Did you just completely forget about everything we just talked about there? You must be suffering from some serious dementia or something. Don't say something like that to me. You and I are family, right? If we were really family, then you would have never avoided us after hitting my son, and you would have never stayed away from the hospital, and you would have never said that you'd get your husband to cover all of this up. These are the reasons why I no longer think of you as my family. If you can understand that now, would you please screw off? Hey, you're talking too much. Also, no matter how much you happen to hate me, Jonas is still my brother, right? So even if you try, you'll never be able to cut ties to me. As family, why don't we just try to stay close? You would never want a member of your family being tried as a criminal, right? Jonas already told me that he no longer sees you as his older sister and that he never wants to see you again. What? Jonas said that? Well, of course he did. Cam isn't just my son, but Jonas's son as well, right? Jonas is really pissed off right now as well, and he said he will never be forgiving you. We already spoke with your parents, and they both have gone and cut ties to you as well now. Huh? None of them can do that to me. We're family, right? What the hell do they all think they're doing not helping a family member out when they're in a pinch? Do you understand, Shea? I am your family. No matter how hard you try and twist things, they won't bend. Thinking that you could ever be forgiven for hitting someone else's child while driving drunk is way beyond me. Are you really that much of an insect? I'm kind of enthused by how crazy you're behaving right now. I already knew that you'd try using your husband's position to have all of this covered up, but the fact that you actually tried to say that to me without a care in the world for what you'd done is just unbelievable. Both you and your husband are literal scum. But thankfully, I have no plans of ever talking to you guys again. Just take yourself to the police station right now and have them arrest you right there. And then you can watch as your husband has the same thing happen to him. Wait, Shea. We'd really be in heaps of trouble at that point. Help us. I'll apologize to Cam himself about what happened. I've told you many times already, haven't I? Apologizing right now is too late for you. I'm not even interested in talking with you now, so could you please stop? Now enjoy having to go to prison and being rehabilitated there. I hope you regret everything you've done while you rot there. I'm so sorry, Shea. I never meant to cause any harm. If nothing happens to save me, I'll really become a criminal. Save me. Tell the police to leave me alone and that I did nothing wrong. Wait, you're asking that now after you just went and tried to assault someone? You came at me carrying a knife of some sort, right? And that's why you were taken down right on the spot by the police. What did you think was going to happen? You're being a total dick right now. I was already disowned by both of my parents and my brother and have not gotten any help from anyone. My husband's been taken into custody by the police and is under investigation now and is going to have to hand over a lot of money for what happened as well. And because of that, he's now blaming me out of spite. I'm already having to go to court to be sued by you for driving drunk and hitting Cam on top of having to actually be charged for those crimes. Why am I the only one having to go through all this hell right now? Isn't this screwed up? All of this is because of you, Alexa. Are you really saying that right now? If that's the case, then perhaps it's time for you to open those eyes. What do you mean, open my eyes? I mean what I just said. Why are you blaming me for all of this? You can hate me all you want, but how about you begin to hate yourself now as well? My son and I are victims of your actions. Understand that? You literally hit my son with your car and have sent him to the hospital where he is going to have to stay now for 2 months. I have every right to want to sue you after that out of my anger. Yet for some reason you still don't seem to think you've done anything worth being sued over, right? But what? There are no buts anymore. All you're doing right now is trying to blame me for all the horrible choices you've made. And the reason your husband is being held in a jail cell right now while he's being investigated for his crimes is because of what you'd done and had him cover up. The reason your husband has to go through hell now is because of you. So it kind of makes sense for him and everyone else to be upset with you now, right? I mean, he's to blame as well for a lot of these things, considering he made the final choice as a sheriff to help cover up all your crimes. Who do you think you are talking to me like that? You don't know anything about me. I really don't, and I don't ever want to either. I mean, you literally came at me with a knife out of spite for the crimes you'd already committed, making you a criminal at heart. So of course I'd never even be able to understand you if I tried. Now that's all from me. Wait, what about the police? What was that? What about them? You think I'm going to ask them to let you get away? I want them to take you away so that you'll have a very long time to regret what you've done, and maybe even learn to be a decent member of society again. Everything you've done is not only illegal, but felonies to the highest degree. You should understand all of that without even having to listen to me tell you, right? Your family and my son are all saddened by the person you've turned out to be. And when it comes to myself, I'm sad as well, but I'm also very upset. What? So that's why my family isn't helping me right now? They all believe that this is my fault? Are you starting to finally get things now? You've been acting like a selfish prick for the longest time now, and all that selfishness is finally coming back to bite you in the ass. I think you really need to start taking responsibility for all of that now. Jonas is praying that you learn from what you've done. He doesn't want to see his older sister turning out the way you've been. And as for me, I never wanted to see my son ending up the way he did due to his own aunt's reckless actions. He's only 5, yet he's had to experience something that's left him immobilized in a hospital bed. It hurts me deeply to see him that way. Is that so? I'm really sorry, Shea. I don't know what I should be saying now. You don't have to say anything now. Just learn from your mistakes and change your life around, please. There were people that actually trusted and believed in you. So do it for them.
I just got a call from my mom not too long ago. My sister ended up getting a divorce from her husband.
Is that what happened between those two? Well, after all that's happened so far between those two now, I can understand why.
Are you happy with having them pay us that much in court settlements after that long battle for Cam? I'm sure not forgiving either one of them still, but something in your eyes said otherwise.
I'm not happy with everything yet, and sure have not forgiven Alexa. But seeing her and her now ex-husband paying up did make me realize she might actually be able to change. With that, I hope her time in prison will really give her a chance to change for the better and come out of there as a decent member of society someday.
My mom was saying that when Alexa called her from her jail cell the other night, She explained how sorry she really was, and that she'd take full responsibility by pleading guilty, which she thankfully did. I think that does show that Alexa will be willing to change her ways in prison to make up for what she'd done. I'll just have to see how long that actually takes her.
Really, I'm just happy that Cam is starting to heal up really well now after his surgeries, and that he'll be able to properly play outside again soon. And in all honesty, he doesn't seem to be traumatized after all of that.
Alexa said that she'd someday like to come and apologize to Cam. But my dad told her it's better to never come around the three of us again. Which makes sense considering all she'd done. At least we have all that money we'd won from her now. It really makes you wonder if she was ever thinking about the rest of us like family. I'm sure she does now after all that's gone down. But it's too late for her there, right?
That's right. I just pray now that when she does get released, she can find a life of her own someplace else and never come back to us. It hurts me to have to say this, but perhaps her drunk driving and almost killing our son was that kind of help that she needed to help break her out of that crippling selfishness. But the outcome to all of this is really going to be up to her now. After all that had happened, Alexa ended up being sentenced to 15 years in prison for her crimes of driving under the influence and almost killing my son with her car. And that was after having to pay my husband and I a settlement of $150,000 for our son. She was also given another 5 years for attempted murder after coming at me with that knife before the police stopped her about 6 feet away from me. Nobody in the family is ever going to forgive her for what she'd done, and that emotion will carry on even after she's out of the prison and walking the streets again. But one thing is for sure, and that is that she is well aware of that now, and will hopefully use that shame and regret to fix herself for everyone's sake. She may never be able to come back to her original family ever again, but I'm hoping that she'll make a new family of her own later in life. Or at least be able to return to life without falling back into the rut of selfishness she'd been in around us. Thank you for watching and listening. We hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Also, feel free to leave a comment about what you thought of the story. We look forward to seeing you at the next story.
Hey, Jillian, are you coming back to the U.S. anytime soon?
That's right. For right now, all the work I've had to do overseas is finished with, so I can come back to the States. But that won't be until next month, I'm thinking.
Well, with that, you're going to be coming back to Mom and Dad's place, right?
Well, I think so, since I still have a room there and all.
That's depressing. I'm going to have to see you in person again then. Listen here, Jillian. Just because you're coming back from being overseas for a long time, doesn't mean you're just welcome right back into Mom and Dad's place. It makes me embarrassed having you back in this house together with me.
I'm not going to do anything crazy while I'm there, so don't worry yourself too much.
That's a lie. You've always been the kind of girl that thinks she can sit on her high horse and bark down orders to everyone, right? And I'm telling you right now that coming back from overseas to come live with your parents again is pretty lame. The fact that you can speak another language but still need to stay with your parents?
So what are you going on about all of this for then? Tell me what you want to hear from me right now, please.
I didn't want much from all this. I was just checking to confirm whether or not you were indeed coming back to the house again when you get back into the States. I don't really want to see your face at all. So I'm thinking I might get up and leave this place for good.
Is that so? Well, as long as I'm able to come back home and see Mom again, you can go do whatever you want with your life.
Trying to act all tough about your brother not wanting to meet you again? By the way, I'm going to be needing some more money from you again.
What? So this is actually what you wanted to talk with me about?
Who cares, Jillian? I've been taking care of Mom for you this whole time, so I think I deserve some kind of reward for doing all that. I need the money to pay off all the things that I had to spend money on for her, so hurry it up and send me that money into my account.
Ugh, you're not up to anything else after I give you this money, right?
I promise. I'll even make sure to pay you back for that money someday. So hurry this all up and make sure it's in my account for me. If you're late this time, I'm going to stop taking care of Mom before you get home.
So now you're going to threaten me by using Mom as your hostage? Are you sure that's how you want to play these games, Chad? You should be thankful for everything Mom has given to raise and support you all her life.
It was her decision to have me, and her responsibility to raise and feed me after that. So I don't have to be thankful for anything. You can go ahead and be thankful for my part if you really want to. But I was her doing it. It was her job to care for me. However, me having to watch over her now in her old age is not something that I'm responsible for. So I'm only doing it as long as I get some kind of reward.
I get that. I'll make sure to have that money in your account really soon here. So make sure for this next month you continue to take great care of Mom for me, please.
I'll do my best with her. It looks like you got that money into my account like I asked you to yesterday, but $1,000? You have to be kidding me with that kind of amount, right? That is way too little for all I've done for Mom. I'll burn through that kind of pocket change in an hour or so.
You'll burn through $1,000 in an hour? What is with that phrasing? Do you plan to actually use more than that up in a day? What would you even be using it all on?
I told you that taking care of Mom has cost me a lot of money, and it's going to cost me even more this month. It's not about what I'm using my money on, but that I need to make sure that I pay off whatever debt I'm in.
Hey, you're going to have to tell me specifically what you need all that money for, or else I'm not going to be able to understand where you're coming from here.
I'm sure you love doing whatever you want with the money you earn, because you actually have a job that you enjoy doing and all that. But I've been the one left alone here at Mom and Dad's house for a long time now, having to take care of her on my own. And that is not a job that I like to do. I can do anything I want while I'm here with her.
And I'm sorry about that, Chad.
Apologizing to me is not going to change a single thing for me. I've had enough of this talk from you and want more of your money. I need at least another $3,000 from you. If you can give me at least that much, then I'll be able to do something about Mom. This is all fair in my books because you've been able to live your life the way you want to without ever having to care for somebody else.
I understand that, Chad. Mom, are you doing all right? Have you been feeling a lot better recently? I'm really looking forward to being able to come back home and see you next month. Jillian, I'm really looking forward to seeing your face again as well. I really want things to go back to the way they were when you and I could go out and have some fun together. But recently, my body has become really weak, and it's something I'm not too happy to have to share with you. You don't have to worry about any of that, Mom. It's none of your fault now, is it? But thinking back on the days when I was around a lot more, you'd always play catch with me in the yard like you were Dad. That's right, and I was pretty dang good at it. But you were by far better than me because of your love for baseball growing up. I'd have to say I really sucked at it compared to someone like you. Actually, I'm really surprised I was even able to play catch with you because of how horrifying my form was when I threw. I was so bad at it, yet somehow I managed to throw a few balls to you without going out of control. You don't have to keep talking about yourself like that, all right, Mom? You did a great job back then, and it made me so happy seeing you play ball with me. I see all those memories as really fun and loving, yet you keep talking down about yourself like that. And it was your love for baseball that got you to where you are now, right? Your love for playing all the time on different teams eventually got you a job making baseball equipment and all that. How wonderful. You even bring your own glove with you as you travel around the world still, right? I don't ever really want to play for the pro leagues, especially since I'm a girl and they say girls need to go play softball and things like that. But I still wanted something to do with the sport, and working for a manufacturer of the equipment was a great chance at that. And because of that, I've been having a lot of fun traveling for my job. But the fact that I have to be all over the world all the time means that I'm never home to see you anymore, and it's lonely. You don't have to worry about being around me. I want you to only be focused on your work so that you can enjoy the opportunity you've been given. I don't have many more years left in me anyway, for you to be worrying about me. Wait a sec, Mom. Stop saying things like that. Seriously. You still have many more years to live your life for, and I want you to be around me until I reach your age. I need you around me. And that leads me to ask, has Chad been taking really good care of you, Mom? Yep, he's been doing his best to take care of me while he's in the house. What do you mean by that? I'm asking you if he's doing a good job of taking care of you or not, at all times. Don't worry about it, Jillian. I honestly don't really like forcing other people to take care of me all the time. And both you and your brother are very busy people with your own lives, right? Hold on for just a sec, though. You've actually got me a little worried about things there now. By the way you're making things sound, it's leading me to believe that he's not really doing a thing for you right now, right? It's not like that at all right now. Everything here is fine, so you can stop worrying about me. Anyway, you still have a bit of work you have left to do, right? I want you to have everything finished by the end of the month so that you can get back into the States on time, all right? You understand how I feel about your work, so please focus on that for now. I want you coming home to me soon and with a huge grin on your face when you do. I'm so looking forward to it. Sure. All right then. Hey, what the hell is going on with you? Right now, Mom is in bed and she's not waking up to me at all. I just went and called the ambulance for her a second ago, but...
Right, I'm leaving Mom with you now, so please take great care of her. I've had enough of that woman, so I'm getting out of here.
What are you saying, Chad? Where the hell even are you right now?
You're asking me? I'm in Hawaii right now. I'm in the middle of a vacation out here. And even when I'm back to the state, I'm not going to be coming back to that house. We'll be going to another city around there to live. So you can go ahead and take care of Mom for me, please. And I'm never coming back to either of you again.
So you just left Mom here while she's sick all by herself to go to Hawaii?
Well, you're back home now, so what does any of that matter to me? Starting today, you're the one in charge of taking care of her. You understand that now, right?
Let me ask you this. Where did you even get the money to go on vacation to somewhere like Hawaii? You always complained to me about how you never had any money because you had to spend it all on Mom, right?
Well, now that I'm able to go on vacations like this, I might have to thank you for finally coming home to Mom. Man, I've always wanted to go somewhere cool like Hawaii, but I've never had the time to do it. But you understand that having to travel to faraway tropical places can cost a bit of money, right? So I kind of had to end up relying on you for the money. Look, even Mom really loves the ocean and beach, right? I'll take plenty of pictures for her while I'm here and have you put them all up around the house for her.
So you're telling me the money I've given you has been put into that trip?
That's exactly right. I used every penny of it to get us over to these beautiful islands. And we'll make sure that none of it is wasted for you. Go ahead and start feeding Mom some cheaper pre-made foods and things like that from now on to save your money.
You are awful, Chad. How rotten is your heart that it's made you want to do something like that?
Well, I had no other choice now, did I? I hated having to take care of Mom all the dang time. And so my last resort was leaving her with you to go and have some fun. I was close to my breaking point already and actually really wanted to just leave her in that house all by herself forever. But that's when I heard about you coming home.
Then Mom and I will start living in her condo without you now. We've already gone ahead and sold that old house of hers, and we're going to move into her condo now for good. It's right on the ocean, which she loves, and she thinks it'll be a great place for her to settle down and spend her last years.
Wait a minute. What condo are you even talking about right now? Since when did she get a condo?
Mom has had this condo for some time after Dad passed away and left it with her. She's always wanted to live on the ocean, and Dad had planned to give it to her as a surprise when they both retired. But right before he passed away, he told her about it being built, and that she could move into it as a way of always remembering him.
I've never heard anything about a place like that being owned by Mom.
She told me all about it when she found out, but we both decided to keep it a secret from you. Even Mom knew that you never really cared about her, and she didn't want to give you something to latch onto her for.
You're just lying to me now because I left you with the old bag, right? There's no way Mom could ever have a condo when she barely has any money. And she would never dare keep that all a secret from me either.
I'm sure that there were plenty of pictures in Mom and Dad's house of the place, though.
Huh? Are you talking about that picture, that cute little blue house and that crystal clear water? That's just a freaking picture, you idiot. I'm sure it was just being sold somewhere and Mom picked it up because she loves the ocean.
Nope. That picture was of Mom's condo. Honestly, I don't really care whether you believe me right now or not.
Are you being serious about all of this?
I am. And the two of us are going to be living in that condo for the rest of our lives, I think. Or at the very least, Mom will be. Now, when you come back to town, I would be careful not to go back to her house since there will be neither of us there.
I get it now. I'll apologize. I guess that I really did something wrong this time, didn't I? Well, I'm gonna learn my lesson from this so that you can forgive me. Would that make you happy?
Huh? What are you going on about right now, Chad? I never asked for you to apologize to me for anything, now did I? I'm just telling you the truth about what's going on our end. As long as you understand we won't be at that house anymore and are moving into her condo, that's all I care about.
Huh? So you're really planning on going with Mom and hogging that condo from her while she's there?
I'm not going to be hogging anything from her, actually. But I guess one could say that if they really wanted to. I mean, you apologized for what you did, so there's nothing left for you to do, right?
I get it. I'll give you back the money that you gave to me. I'm going to start giving you back all the money I ever took from you, okay?
Are you sure about that?
Yes, I'll make sure of it, even if it's the last thing I do. I'd really like you to have that money back anyway.
Well, if you're really willing to give me back that money, then I totally understand. I guess I will have it back. So if we put together all the money you've taken from me thus far, it adds up to $7,000, right? You're going to give that all back to me right now, correct?
Yup. And in return for that, you'll let my wife and I live in that condo?
That's a good point. Well, I'll think about that a little, but I think you can totally have it if you want.
What the hell do you mean? I'm asking you to promise me that place right now, or else I'm not giving you back a penny. I'm not kidding when I say I'll give you that $7,000 right now. And once I've done that, you'll let my wife and I live in that condo with you and Mom.
If you're going to start pressuring me that much like that, I might lose interest in taking that offer from you, Chad. I guess you giving me that money back isn't something you're doing from your heart, but rather a way to get this place to yourself, right?
All right. I'll give you that money right now. All $7,000 of it. All right, I just sent it all to you, okay? Take a look at your bank account and tell me what you see.
You really did it. I just got a notification from the bank saying I received a total of $7,000 from you. Well then, have a great time in Hawaii for me.
Huh? Hold the frick up. Wait, what about that promise you and I just made then?
I don't remember making any kind of promise with you, Chad. I just happened to get all that money back that I lended to you before. And I just took a second to think about letting you live with us at this condo, and of course, I'm going to have to say no.
Yo! Stop playing games with me. You're being a total jerk to me right now. I'm not gonna let you get away with something like that. Yo!
I'm the jerk. I'm not going to lose to someone that told me they needed money because they had none due to them having to take care of Mom.
Shut the hell up. Wait! I have the freaking right to stay with you guys in that condo. Yo! Why the hell is the house totally empty now and there's nobody there? I just got back from Hawaii as fast as possible.
I see. Well, while Mom was in the hospital being taken care of, I thought I might take the time to finish up with all our packing and everything. You can be back in a hurry, you said? Well, that's such a waste of all that money you spent on the whole trip.
I've had it with you messing around like that. You tell me where that condo is at right now.
I want to ask if you're even worried about how Mom's doing right now. I thought as her son, you'd be a little worried about your own mom when she told you she'd been admitted to the hospital.
You tell me where that condo is at right now. I really don't care about her, so just tell me where the gosh dang condo is. My wife and I had to pay for the cancellation of all our plans to get back here as soon as possible so that we can get to that condo.
So you really don't care whatsoever about how Mom is doing right now.
Who the hell cares about what happens to that old bag when she's literally days away from dying? I wanted to have that house left behind from her so that I'd never have to pay for it or pay rent.
That was very shocking, Chad.
Is that you, Mom? Are you with Jillian right now or something?
I am with her. Your sister came to the hospital to see how I've been doing since I'm still in here. And because of all the gifts she brought for me, I've begun to feel a lot better and want to get out of here.
Hey, Mom, come on now. Please. I'm your one and only son, right? I would really like you to let me move into that condo with my wife. I've been taking great care of you for a long time now, right? You should have some kind of thanks for me. That's worth giving me the place, right?
Not at all. I was able to hire myself a helper that's been around to care for me. I never asked either one of you to be around my house taking care of me after your father passed and you both got older.
Yeah, but even if that is the case, I still lived together with you and helped out from time to time, right?
You helped me? Was you canceling that contract I had with the helper without ever asking me your way of helping me out? Because of that, I slowly began to notice my health deteriorate. And at one point, I passed out only to wake up inside an ambulance with Jillian by my side. I'm really glad Jillian came back home in time to save me. Had she not been home to see me around that time, I'm not sure what would have happened to my lifeless body.
The whole reason I canceled that helper's contract for you is because I heard about how Jillian was coming back home. It costs a lot of money to have someone in the house helping you like that, and I thought this choice would save you money.
Yes, I can see that. You hated to watch as the money I have went to waste having someone home to watch me all the time, right? No, that is exactly what you meant by all that, Chad. I also know about how you were planning on selling my house as well.
Huh?
The other day there was a call at the house. It was from a realtor talking about my house, and I made sure to listen to everything they had to tell me about what you planned.
What? I told that fool not to call the house phone, but my mobile.
And you also had plans to sell my condo, which you told Jillian you never knew anything about, right? You think I want to live with someone who would do that sort of thing to my properties? You stop with all that selfish crap right now, okay?
Hey, you have it all completely wrong, Mom. I just wanted to sell your old home and then move with you to an even better home where we could live together.
Shut the hell up, you selfish son of a gun. I am not going to trust a single word you have to say to me anymore.
I'm still your son though, right? Stop trying to only care about Jillian all the time and maybe give me some credit or something. You've always cared more about her and it's so annoying. All you care to talk about is Jillian this and Jillian that.
So that's the way you've been thinking of things in this family?
Yeah. You always acted like you never had to bother with me at all. You only ever wanted to cheer Jillian on because she had such good grades in school and I felt like I was left out of every single thing. And that's not all women. You always like to try and teach me lessons about everything like I didn't know any better. You know that for a fact, right?
And the only reason I had to keep scolding you like that all the time is because you always continued to act like a fifth grader. You'd always go out to steal things you weren't supposed to, and you'd try to shoplift as well at stores. It's because of all that I had to put you in your place all the dang time. And every time I'd do it, you'd start to whine about how I only ever got onto you like that. I've always wanted to hit you when you acted up like that, but I knew better than to ever do that. But now that I think back on it, you might have learned your lesson had I done so.
Well, that's not a lie, though.
You only ever did things that are illegal and troubled others, hence why I always had to yell at you. And when it came to both you and Jillian, of course I started to put more of my time into her development. Honestly, I didn't really care how you turned out after years and years of trying to make you a responsible young man. Had you just listened to me the first few times, I wouldn't have had to talk down to you like that anymore and would have put more effort into you. Also, when it comes to my savings I had for the two of you, I left that all in Jillian in your hands, right? I actually still had a little bit of faith in you, and that's the reason I left you with the responsibility of taking care of your money in that account. But you went ahead and spent all your money playing around and things like that the moment I let you have control of it.
Shut up, Mom. You want to know why I use it all up? Because you never once told me about that condo your dad gave to you. But you told Jillian all about it, right? You could ask her right now if she knew.
I had no reason to tell you about it, especially when you already knew and planned on selling both the house and it soon.
And I told you what all that's about.
I'm sorry, Chad, but I can no longer deal with a person like you. I hope you and Jillian can still get along with one another in some manner. Goodbye forever now.
Yo, can you get Mom to stop acting like a total witch right now and let me get into that condo? If you don't, I'll totally be screwed.
You're asking someone with the same idea as her to help you change her mind? I'm not helping you get into that condo when not even I want you in there.
I'm not asking you to do this because you have to, but as a way of helping your brother out. You and I are still siblings, right? We have to be here for one another when nobody else will.
You are not my brother anymore, actually. I no longer have any siblings because I've gone and cut those ties.
You've always been praised by Mom and Dad, and that's why you act like a spoiled brat around them. You thought of yourself as their cute little baby that could do anything. You ran away from us to start working overseas. And since I've always been below you in your mind, you thought it was my job to stay here in this small town and take care of Mom for the rest of my life.
How much longer are you going to keep using that made-up sob story to try and make everyone else feel like they owe you something? You always got a small allowance from me after I got my job, and you used up a lot of your own savings Mom had for you. And if that wasn't all enough for you, you were then going to try and sell Mom's house while she was still living in it? I think I have every right to look down on you now as a person, and so does Mom.
That's not it. Nothing like this should ever be happening to me.
It should be, because you've always been doing things you should never even be thinking about doing. I actually had a dream for myself and made sure to put all my energy into achieving said dream. And that whole time I'd talk about that dream, you just sat there on your games saying I was trying to reach for the stars while laughing about it. How much longer are you going to keep crying about being the victim to your own games?
I have done nothing wrong. You sold the house now yourself, right? Give me half of that money at least. I have every right in this world to get some of that money from you. I tried to run away from you, and because of that, I don't have any house or money. So help me the hell out.
No way, dude. I have no reason to help out trash like yourself. I mean, you'd never do the same for any of us because all you care about is yourself and nobody else. Mom, I just had to have lunch with one of my customers, but I'm on my way back now. And along with that, I'm happy that we finally moved into this new condo. Thank you so much, Jillian. I'm sorry that I've been sleeping so often that I was never able to help out with anything. You don't have to worry about that. Your body is a little weak right now, so there's no need for your help anyway. But from now on, I'll be in this condo with you taking care of all your needs, so you can just sit back and relax for me. But are you really okay with this? What about your life at work? It'll be fine, Mom. I happen to be well respected at work, and they think it'll be all right letting me take more time off to be home with you now. I was even able to get them to agree to allowing me to work from home now if I please. You really are just the best, Jillian. I'm so proud of you for all you've done. And that's all due to the effort you put into raising me this way. So I'm very proud of you, Mom. Jillian, thank you so much for saying such kind things to me. I really wish I could have found some way to change your brother's ways so that he'd be able to take care of himself more. I think the best thing we can all do for him now is not give in to his crap. He's even ran away from his wife now, too. So from now on, I think he's going to learn a lot more about the real world firsthand. That's true. I really hope he will learn from this world, though. Now, listen here, Mom. I don't want to spend the rest of my life having to take care of you. So let's work on getting you back into healthy shape so that we can go outside and play catch with each other again. After that, Chad was left with no money and no place to call his home and had to live on the streets. He even tried with all he had to find out where my mom and I were staying, but in the end, he was never able to find the condo. We later learned that the reason why Chad wanted all that money from selling the house and condo was in order to pay off all the debt he was in. Apparently, both he and his wife loved to gamble, and that's where almost all of their money is gone. As of right now, he's been taken away by whoever he was in debt to, and we have no idea what's happened to him. After being stabbed in the back by Chad running away from her, his wife tried to rob an ATM but was caught by the police who took her away, which appeared on the news. But based on the condition she was in after being left by her husband, it doesn't shock me that she made the choice to try stealing money. As for my mom and myself, we feel really bad about what's happened to Chad and his wife, but at the same time, none of it was our faults. My mom is the one who's most sad because of it, but I try my best to make sure she finds something to occupy her mind. And I'll continue to do my best to help her forget about him, if it's the last thing I can do for her. Thank you for watching and listening. We hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Also, feel free to leave a comment about what you thought of the story. We look forward to seeing you at the next story.